welcome back to the Envision Home at Last video series. Today we're going to be talking about finished carpentry. I've got one of our lead finished carpenters here, Rick Wanta. Thanks for being here, Rick.
Thanks for having me.
Hey Rick, you show up on day one. Tell me all about finished carpentry. What do you have to do?
Well, we walk in, we make sure we have all the materials, go through our lists, make sure that anything that's back ordered, we notify the office and try to get it here as soon as possible. Set up our tools and go to work. Hang some doors, some cabinetry in, put some casing on the windows. You can see it in the background here on the door and on that window next to the door. Different widths, different thicknesses, different profiles. Basically, it's a trim around the windows and the doors that you see on a wood window and door.
And people will actually kind of match the look of the windows and doors with their cabinetry.
It's usually, yes, usually.
Tie that in throughout the house. So
yes.
When you're installing cabinets, what are things that are important to you?
We need to know what the floor coverings are again, and most often it's a hard surface, obviously, in the kitchen. Shim up the cabinets to match the thickness of whatever the flooring is going to be so that we end up with a full 36 inches to the top of the countertop and therefore 34.5 beneath it, allowing us to slide the dishwasher in. Through the straight edge and determine any little irregularities in the wall and compensate for that. First thing we do is find the high spot in the floor, and that's where we start with our cabinetry.
Other things that you do with cabinetry, I know that there's some accessories that homeowners can choose from, and then there's also cabinet knobs and pulls.
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about some of those accessories.
Okay, there are pull-out garbage bins, if you will. There's one in this home. In here we have a raise-up table that holds a mixer and then slide-outs within the lower parts of the cabinet, so you don't have to get on your hands and knees and reach in there to find stuff. You just slide it out like a drawer.
Stairs real quick. What are some of the things with stairs that you consider for finishing?
Here we have knee wall construction. We also have the type with the finished wooden ends, where there's a skirt board on the outside as well as on the inside. The types of balusters, which would be spindles in some people's lingo, could be metal, could be wood. The handrail types, be it contemporary or traditional or neo-traditional, there's so many different styles. Knowing the floor coverings is very important because we need to keep that rise on each stair in the finish end needs to be right on.
And then what are some of the final touch-up, last punch list type duties that you have to do as well?
Like I spent a good part of this week putting the door hardware on, changing out all the window latches to a fancier one than the standard ones that came with the windows, getting all the screens put on, finished, wiping everything down so it's broom clean for the homeowner. Check for any drywall irregularities, make a list of that, and pass it on to the drywaller. The list goes on.
Yeah, a couple little finishing touches. You got cabinet knobs and pulls, you've got toiletry accessories, all those fun things right at the end of the job.
Exactly.
Good. Well, I think that covers everything. Rick, again, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Hope you liked what you saw. If you did, join us on our website at Envision Home at Last. Otherwise, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.